Hello, sports fans. It is Thursday, June the 18th, the year 2015. And as always, a lot to get to in the sports world, so let's get it going right now. Great to be back with you guys. Let's put a bow on the NBA and the NHL seasons. Let's start in the NBA, where the Golden State Warriors beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 4-2. Golden State wins their first title since the 1970s. This should come to a surprise to no one. I mean, Golden State was the best team all year. They had the MVP in Curry, and Cleveland was just too banged up. LeBron did all he could, but he just ran out of gas at the end. Cleveland ran out of gas at the end. I mean, with Love out, with Varejao out, with Irving out, Cleveland was so banged up, so handicapped. You couldn't have expected Cleveland to win the series. Even when they were up 2-1, I was saying Golden State is going to come back and win this series. So once again, the city of Cleveland is heartbroken. They haven't won in so many years in any major sports. The Indians, the Cavaliers, the Browns, they always break the hearts of the city of Cleveland. But listen, Cleveland really played well in these playoffs. They were so shorthanded. Give LeBron James all sorts of credit for getting Cleveland to the finals. They were just too banged up. Next year, I look forward to seeing Cleveland healthy with Irving and Love. That will be very interesting to see. Cleveland will have a real shot to win the title next year. I think Cleveland should be very proud of their effort. They did all they could. LeBron James was amazing. They just ran out of gas at the end. They didn't have enough firepower because of all the injuries. But this year is about the Golden State Warriors. Iguodala wins the MVP. He's been a solid player in the league for years. Curry, of course, was tremendous all year, and he was healthy. Thompson, was his sidekick all year. He was good. How about Steve Kerr, a rookie coach winning the NBA title? You think Steve Kerr made the right choice when it came down to last summer, him going to Golden State or the Knicks? Imagine if he went to the Knicks. So just a tremendous job by the Golden State Warriors. And like I always say, the best team in the NBA usually wins. Golden State was the best team all year, and Golden State a much-deserved champion, a very likable team. So that's where you are in the NBA. That puts a bow on the NBA season. We'll look forward to the draft coming up. As far as the NHL, the Chicago Blackhawks defeat the Tampa Bay Lightning 4-2. Chicago has won 3 cups in the last 6 seasons. What a job by Quenneville, the coach. What a job by the players. The great city of Chicago celebrates yet another Stanley Cup. This time they got to do it on home ice. They haven't done that in a while. What a job by the Blackhawks, coming back in the Western Conference Finals and beating the Ducks. And then they come back in this series. Tampa Bay had a 2-1 lead. It looked like they had all the momentum. And then Chicago won the last 3 games. Great job by the Blackhawks. And Tampa Bay had a really nice year, and they will be back. All their players are back next year. So Tampa Bay did a very nice job. I expect them to make a lot of noise next year. But great job by the Chicago Blackhawks. Congratulations to the city of Chicago and their great fans. All right, so that puts a bow on the NHL season as well. As far as Major League Baseball, real quick, let's start in the American League, the American League East. Tampa Bay has gone into first place. Nice job by Tampa Bay. They have gone in front of the Yankees. Tampa Bay in first place right now. Yankees a game behind. Baltimore is sneaking up the standings. They're only 2 behind. How about Toronto? They're only 2 behind. Toronto's been one of the hottest teams in baseball. Boston 9 games behind. What happened to the Red Sox this year? They got off to a nice start. I thought they'd be much improved from last year. Boston a disaster right now. As far as the Central, Kansas City continues to lead the Central. They're 3.5 games up on second place Minnesota. Minnesota has dipped a little bit. Detroit not firing on all cylinders. They have 5 back. Cleveland and Chicago stumbling and bumbling. As far as the West, it continues to be the Houston Astros. Texas, though, creeping up. They're only 2.5 games behind. And give Texas all sorts of credit. They get Hamilton back. They have him for 3 games. He goes on the DL. Beltre's on the DL. They lose Darvish. And they're still only 2.5 games behind. So nice job by the Rangers. Angels 5.5 out. You can never count them out of it. I love Socha as the manager, but they're not clicking on all cylinders right now. Seattle, very disappointing. And what's with Cano's batting average? What is he batting, like 240 this year? Seattle, they're much better than this. They got to pick up their game. Oakland, a total disaster this year. As far as the National League, the East, The Mets are back in first place. Remember, the Mets got off to that hot start. Then they dipped a little bit. Washington caught them, but the Mets have gone back into first place. Nice job by the Mets. The Mets pitching should keep them around all year. The Mets have solid pitching led by Harvey. Washington, a game and a half out. They started off slow, then they were on fire. Caught the Mets, passed them. Now they've been stumbling and bumbling a little bit. Harper's hitting home runs all over the place. Washington's got some injuries now, too. Strasburg's been hurt. What else is new? Wirth is hurt. Zimmerman's hurt. So Washington has a bunch of injuries. I still think it's their division, though. Atlanta, 3.5 back. I mean, they're right there. I don't expect a lot from Atlanta, but there they are, sitting 3.5 games out. Miami, 7 back. I'm not a believer in Miami. Other than Stanton bombing home runs, I am not impressed with Miami at all. Maybe they get Fernandez back soon. Philadelphia, we knew it was going to be a long year for them. As far as the Central, St. Louis continues to lead. 5 games over Pittsburgh, 7 games over the third-place Cubs. Those top 3 teams are all good. Cincinnati's been very disappointing this year. Milwaukee, total disaster. As far as the West, the Dodgers are in first place. Giants are 2.5 back. Arizona hanging around 4.5 out. They're playing a lot better ball. Good job by Arizona. San Diego, 6 back. Very disappointed in San Diego. 32-36, and they've already fired their manager with all the offseason moves. Now, I didn't think San Diego was going to win the World Series. I thought they'd be better than this, and Colorado, an absolute disaster as well. So that's where you are in your Major League Baseball. Still all sorts of time left for baseball. U.S. Open golf starts today. Really looking forward to that. Should be some tremendous golf. Please check it out. College World Series is going on. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty in that. Always some great baseball. You can always find that on your ESPN networks. The Women's World Cup now is in the knockout stage. We go to the round of 16. Now you have to win or you go home. The USA women will play Colombia in the round of 16 on Monday in Edmonton. So the games mean a lot now. This is the time you want to tune in to the Women's World Cup because it's win or you go home. U.S. has a pretty favorable next couple of games. They should make it to the semifinals. Then it'll get very interesting. They'll probably play in the semis either Germany or France or Sweden. Then it's going to get really tough for the USA women. But please check out some of the Women's World Cup. USA Colombia round of 16 on Monday. Okay, there you go. You guys are all caught up. You guys are all set. I will be back with you guys really soon. You guys, you have your baseball to watch. You have your College World Series. You got your Women's World Cup. And definitely check out that U.S. Open golf. Should be some great golf over the weekend. I'll be back with you guys in a couple of days. You guys stay happy, healthy, and safe. Thanks for the support as always. I'll check in with you soon. Take care.